Hi, this is Deb Farron, and I'm here to do your devotion today. In Isaiah 46:4 it reads, "Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you, and I will carry you. I will sustain you, and I will rescue you." A great promise from God there. You know, He's with us for all times. And for a long time, I've been thinking about retiring, and this year I pulled the trigger and did it. I thought it was great timing. I just thought everything was falling into place. And it fell right into the middle of COVID-19, which was kind of a funny thing too, And I'd also been coloring my hair for a long, long time, as many of you probably know, and that's okay. But for about a month before COVID went into lockdown, I decided that I was ready to let my hair just go gray. And I thought, I'd seen on Pinterest where some ladies had just been coloring their hair this beautiful color of gray. And I thought, well, that'll be awesome. And that way it won't be such a shock. It'll be a shock initially, but as everything grows out, then I won't have to have it recolored. So I thought. And my hairdresser then told me that, no, Debbie, your hair's not going to do that. That it's going to turn gray when it's ready to turn gray. And not that I didn't have any, but it wasn't going to be like an all-over shade of gray. But, I thought it sounded logical. Well, she convinced me not to do it the way I thought I should. And that's fine because, Pinterest doesn't know everything. So we did a little tweaking to my hair, thinking that this process, we'd do it over a couple of months. I'd be able to go to the hairdresser and she'd do this and this. And, it would we'd just take it slowly gray. Well, needless to say, then we did go into lockdown and my plans kind of went out the window. But, that was okay. Everybody else's hair was doing the same thing. So it was okay. And, in those two instances, God showed me that He has a real sense of humor. And sometimes my plans aren't what His plans are. And that was one of the little lessons. We can plan. But if that's not His plan, that's not the way it's going to go. And I realized that my hair plan may not have been on His plan radar. It was still a lesson just the same, just like me retiring and thinking, I had plenty of time to ease into it and kind of just get ready for the next phase of my life. And although the way we did it, the way I had to deal with it was fine, and it was kind of easing into it a little bit, but it's still not the way I kind of foresaw it. And COVID wasn't anything that anybody had planned on their radar either. Needless to say, we weren't able to have church services together for several weeks. VBS, the girls did a great job, by the way, getting ready for VBS and having VBS for our kids. It still wasn't the same. It wasn't like we could all get together. And ball games were something that either got canceled or you had to go somewhere else to play. Graduations aren't going to be the same. No proms, no school, at least in-house school, no fairs. And, the list just goes on and on of all the things that have been canceled, postponed, or virtually planned. But through it all, God was and is with us now and when we started this life, and He'll be there at the end of our lives too. And not only is He with us, He's there to sustain us and rescue us when we have problems in our lives. So as my hair slowly turns gray, the gray comes with a reminder that God will be with me through it all, the good and the bad. And, if you're struggling with life, things that come up in life, and we all have problems, whether, it's a sick child, we lose a spouse, we have bad financial turnaround, there's everything that goes through. Maybe you just lost your best friend, you're not friends anymore. But, as we struggle, God's with us, and He knows what our pains are, and, He's there for us. He wants you to come to Him, to use Him, to lean on Him, to help us through this hard life. Nobody said it was going to be easy, and nobody said it was going to be fair, but he's there regardless. You just have to remember God made you, and he wants to sustain you, and he wants to rescue you in those times, and he's there to carry you through. You don't have to do everything alone. All you need to do is get to know him, and you get to know God more and deeper through his word and through prayer and just spending time talking to God. It doesn't have to be formal or in a group or anything. Just sit down and talk to God. He's there with you all the time, and he wants you to have that relationship with him. And you know what? He'll be there until the end of time. He'll be there till that very last hair turns gray. So, folks, hope you have a great week. That's my devotion for today. And like I said, just remember, he's there with you through the whole thing, the good and the bad and the last gray hair. God bless.